Like this video and subscribe to our channel, or you'll risk being stuck in a crappy apartment your whole life. Unless you want that. It's one thing living in an expensive apartment, and a completely different thing living in an expensive apartment in New York City. They do call it the city that doesn't sleep for a reason. New York, New York. Many people see this grand city as the living testament to the American dream. To live in New York City takes a lot of hard work and some deep pockets, if you catch my drift. But amidst the greatest sights and greatest apartments New York has to offer, there are 10 that stand out among the rest. Make sure to keep watching. Number 4 may be surprising, but number 1 will blow your mind. Here are the 10 most expensive apartments in New York City. Starting off our list at number 10 is the penthouse originally owned by billionaire Rupert Murdoch. Living here grants you access to the building's amenities such as the gym, the pool, a garage, and they even allow pets. This nice place makes use of the unique 360-degree view of the city. It has a grand view of New York from literally every inch of the apartment. With over 7,600 square feet, this is one of the tallest residential towers in downtown Manhattan. Murdoch recently put this on the open market, and it starts at a price of $72 million. With that much money, you could buy around 3,500 vintage Corvette Stingrays. 23 East 22nd Street is definitely a hot commodity, and whoever purchases this apartment would be spending top dollar. Just to clarify, we're not talking about the popular Netflix show, but rather the awesome Crown penthouse located on 212 5th Avenue. But make no mistake, the Crown lives up to its name, as living in this apartment is like living in royalty. It's a 5-bedroom penthouse located on Madison Square, and it takes up a total of 10,000 square feet of space. It's one of the most spacious properties you can own in the area, and more space for living is never a bad thing. Not including the 10,000 square feet of space is a beautiful outdoor terrace where you can unwind, relax, smoke some cigars, and enjoy the scenic route of New York City. The terrace space is an incredible 5,700 square feet with lots of legroom to enjoy. The Crown may not specifically be for royalty, but it will take near royalty to purchase. It's not exactly cheap. It goes for $74 million on the market today. How expensive is this? This amounts to half of the total contract that Los Angeles Lakers superstar Anthony Davis recently signed for in the offseason. But it's well worth the money if you have the means. At number 8, we have 145-146 Central Park West. We all assume that Los Angeles is where major movie stars choose to live in, but don't underestimate New York. This apartment once belonged to one of the biggest and hottest movie stars of her time, the great Demi Moore. Located in the famous San Remo building, this 7,000 square foot residence was her home for many years, until she decided to put it on the market. As a matter of fact, the building of San Remo is famously known for housing some of the world's most popular celebrities. Dustin Hoffman, Mary Tyler Moore, Bruce Willis, Donald Sutherland, Bono, and Steven Spielberg are some of the names that have once lived in this haven for Hollywood celebrities. Given the reputation and aura the building has gained due to the stars that have come and gone, it's one of the most expensive apartments you can purchase. In 2018, Demi Moore placed her apartment on the market for a price tag of $75 million. That's 1/3 of her total net worth. But if you want the chance to bump into some of the world's biggest celebrities, then 145 Central Park West is the place for you. At number 7, we have 25 Columbus Circle. This was the former home of Stephen Ross, the CEO of Related. This apartment is located high above Columbus Circle in the Time Warner Center. It arguably has one of the greatest views, not just in New York, but the whole world. With 5 beds, 6 baths, and 1 half bath, this apartment is all you're gonna need, and it can fit an entire family. It was designed by renowned designer Tony Ingrao, as Stephen Ross isn't afraid of spending top dollar to live in luxury. But eventually, he listed the apartment up for sale, as he was to move elsewhere. He put it up for the price of $76 million. Not exactly a heavy profit for Ross. That's just exactly 1% of his total net worth of $7.6 billion. With that said, it's still a gorgeous place, and anybody with the money to burn is lucky to enjoy the view. At number 6, we have 45 East 22nd Street that houses this beautiful grand triplex. And just like 23 East 22nd Street, this apartment also offers a lovely 360-degree view. Something about 360-degree views resonates with New York. It's a big apartment, being a triplex. It holds 2 separate studio apartments meant for live-in staff, 2 parking spaces, and membership access, allowing you to enjoy the building's amenities. There's a gym, a playroom, and even a golf simulator. You name it, this apartment probably has it. It is 13,000 square feet of living space, so you're at liberty to add a lot of things to this huge apartment. It's the perfect apartment to split with wealthy friends, as technically it is 3 living spaces in one. Or maybe just buy the whole space for yourself and eliminate those feelings of claustrophobia. This triplex is available at around $78 million. That's nearly triple the salary of the great Lionel Messi. On the Upper East Side of New York, we have a fine luxury apartment in 8 East 62nd. If any apartment just screams luxury, it's probably this one. It is a pool, a sauna, a Bizet Cosmetics refrigerator, and it even has Hermes leather walls. To top it off, it has an entire closet dedicated to just furs. A closet filled with furs. If that isn't luxury, I don't know what is. Of course, what else can we expect from one of the world's best architects and designers out there? This 15,000 square foot apartment was designed by none other than William T. Georgi, one of the heads of Georgi and Mirgorodsky Architecture and Design. Being made by the world's best can only be afforded by the best. This apartment comes at a grand price of $80 million. That's just $18.5 million short of the Van Gogh painting Portrait de l'artiste sans barbe. But if you have the means, buy both. The Van Gogh classic will fit perfectly in 8 East 62nd. At number 4, we have the product of what innovation and creativity can lead to. Cyan O'Kelly purchased an 18,000 square foot warehouse that he wanted to convert into a single family home. Many people were skeptical, but if there's one thing we have learned, it's that if you have the money, anything is possible. So in 2008, he embarked on an ambitious project that involved several renovations. The result, to say the least, was beautiful. What was once an empty warehouse space was converted into a lovely home that includes a roof deck, a 47-foot garden space, as well as an infinity pool that make up just a few of the amenities of what is now a gorgeous apartment/home. This property is now worth north of $83 million. That's enough money to finance a high-budget Hollywood movie and 2 mid-budget movies. This apartment has a nice, homey feel to it, but is nothing compared to what number 1 is. Stay tuned to find out. At number 3, we have what they call the highest terrace in the United States. If you're looking for a penthouse that is both graceful and elegant, you should look no further. 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a private elevator, and once again, a 360-degree view of New York. This penthouse apartment has everything you'll ever need living in New York. This marks the 3rd 360-degree view apartment on the list. It's definitely one of the higher-end apartments for luxury living. What makes this better is that you can have a view of not only Central Park, but also the Empire State Building. This is all yours for the price of an insane $100 million. This apartment costs as much as a 25,000 square foot mansion located in Los Angeles. But New York remains New York. At number 2, we have the Pinnacle, also known as the Woolworth Penthouse. It is one of the most famous pieces of infrastructure in New York City. This penthouse hangs at 700 feet in the sky, with 5 floors and amazing views, all from the comfort of spacious rooms and a beautiful open-air observatory that takes up 400 square feet. It's part of a 58-story building that brings a unique sense of panache in a city well known for it. It's one of the most expensive apartments at $110 million, enough to buy a high-end roller coaster from Universal Studios. But it's not the most expensive in New York. Topping off our list at number 1, the most expensive apartment in New York City is none other than 210 Central Park South. It costs an absolutely obscene amount of $238 million. It's worth more than 2 and 3 on this list combined. For that money, you can expect it to basically have everything money can buy. Entertainment room? Check. Athletic club? Check. A spa? Check. A great view of Central Park? Double check, because it has the best view of Central Park you can get. The average New Yorker could only dream of staying in a place like this. A 24,000 square foot penthouse apartment that spreads from the 50th floor all the way to the 53rd floor. It's not only the most expensive apartment in New York City, but definitely the best one. This penthouse is the ultimate status symbol for luxury living in the great New York City. Which apartment surprised you the most? Do you wish you could live in a place like this? Drop a comment below letting us know what you think. Subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on all the latest expensive apartments, luxury, and more. Thank you for choosing to spend your time watching our channel. And remember, you always have a choice. Choose luxury anytime.